Okay, so I'm at Candler, North Carolina, TA. So I was just thinking, because somebody out there may have this problem. So I got the Garmin Dezl 760. For some reason, I unplugged it one weekend, took it out of the dash, because I think that if it's pretty hot, sitting on a 34-hour reset, I pull it off because it's just going to bake in the sun. So I took it off, put it back, and then plugged it in, and I was having issues with it that the screen would go dark. So if your screen is going dark once you, at any point, but hopefully it has enough charge within it. Because what I do is sometimes I'll shut it off and figure, okay, it'll charge. I'm thinking that the battery may be bad, because I looked on YouTube and there was a guy that replaced the battery in his. I forget what the reason was, but so anyways, if your screen goes dark, you've done a route, you're in mid-route, the screen goes dark on you, but it's faint. And if you go to settings, which when you go down on the bottom and then it's on the far right, that's settings, and then you go to display brightness, that still won't get it to be bright. Okay, because I've tried these things. And then it'll go dark again, even though it's plugged in. If you come over here and you unplug this for a minute, it'll go to this, to 14, and then it'll go down and say, maybe it'll go over here and say battery low. So you could use it for a little bit. But my point is, okay, I just plugged it back in. Okay, so it should be good. It just made the noise, so it's charging. But if your screen goes black, when this is fully in, everything's intact, everything should be going good, right? If your screen goes dark, come over here. If you pull this out, the screen will light up. So you can see, okay, then it'll be like, say if it's on maps. If it's on maps and it's telling you where to go, it'll tell you, okay, 4.6 miles, take exit for Interstate 85 or whatever. You can at least see for a moment, and then plug it back in, your screen will go dark. But you know where you're going at least. And then it will speak to you too. So if you have it where you can listen to it, speak to you, it'll say, okay, in 10 miles, take exit 90 for Interstate 85, whatever it is. Okay, so make sure you've got the vocal on, or the voice on, so you can hear it. But if you need to, and you want to know exactly, because it'll go dark and you can't see it, it's really super faint and it ain't working right, you just pull this out and it'll light back up. And then as soon as you know where your exits are or what you got to do in a cloverleaf or whatever, just push it back in, it'll go dark again, but you can operate in that capacity. I don't know what the real issue is yet. What I've been trying to do is leave the key on so there's power to the plug-in, shut the unit off at night thinking that the battery's going to charge up. I did that. It works sometimes, but then it doesn't always work all the time with what's going on. So I don't know if it's a battery issue or what the deal is, but it's definitely not cool when you're en route or you're trying to know where you're going next, because I go to multiple places throughout the day. After each stop I do, I'm putting it in to where I am going to the next place. Now I could do it to where I go stop, 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 because you can do it on the 760 where you've got multi-stop routing, but I'm not there yet. But that's the thing to do, is that if it goes dark, like I said, pop this out for a minute, it'll lose power, it'll go to battery power. You could use it for a little bit like in that mode, but you don't want to mess around with it too much, because then sometimes it'll go completely dead and die. So if you just need to, like I said, need to know immediately where you're at on the route, how many miles, pop it out, plug it back in. That'll work.